Hi, I'm Jim Moore. I'm the meet director for Hoisting with Heart, coming this Saturday, February 22nd, 2014. I'd like to welcome you all, and I look forward to meeting all of you and having a very competitive and enjoyable weightlifting tournament. I've been bombarded recently with a ton of questions concerning the meet, so I've decided to answer those questions in this video, and also kind of give some guidelines and guidance to the first-time lifters to make this a smooth and an enjoyable first-time tournament. First, I'd like to address the time schedule, and then we'll talk about some of the rules and regulations of the meet. First of all, we will begin weigh-in at 9 a.m. You will have 1 hour to make weight. I recommend that you get there probably at 8:30, 8:45. That way we can issue each of you a scoring card, and then we can proceed with the weigh-in right at 9 o'clock. At 10:45 a.m. we will have an opening ceremonies. We will have the national anthem, the presentation of the flag, and we will also have a Flame of Hope ceremony representing the Special Olympics, which is why we're having this tournament, to raise money for the Special Olympics. Immediately following the opening ceremonies, we will do introductions of Session 1 lifters. Make sure that you are warmed up and ready to go by 11 o'clock. Lifting for Session 1 will begin at 11 o'clock. So make sure you are there plenty early to get your warm-up in. Immediately following Session 1, we will begin Session 2. I anticipate this time to be about 12:30 or 1 o'clock. It could be possibly even sooner than that, as the first session is all of the lifters that are using the 15-kilo bar, and usually these youngsters and the ladies do not utilize all the time on the clock, so this session can sometimes proceed very quickly. So make sure you're there plenty early for Session 2 to get your warm-up in. We will begin the Session 2 immediately upon completion of Session 1, and Session 3 will begin immediately after Session 2. So I anticipate the approximate times of 11 a.m. for Session 1, 12:30, 1 o'clock for Session 2, and 2:30 to 3 o'clock for Session 3. Each session will have the snatch lift, followed by the clean and jerk lift. The next question I got a lot of is if I'm required to wear a singlet for the competition. It has been the practice of Utah Weightlifting not to require a singlet for the competition. We do allow shorts and a t-shirt. However, the t-shirt must not cover your elbows. It must be a short sleeve shirt as not to cover your elbows. The shorts must also be slightly above the knees, so your knees are exposed. You cannot wear shorts that exceed past the knees. The reason for this is for judging, so the judges can make a clear determination if your knees and elbows made contact during the lift. And if you have clothing that is covering the elbows and knees, that makes that very difficult to determine whether or not it was the clothing that touched or the actual elbow touched the knees. If you have a singlet or a one-piece weightlifting suit, I highly recommend that you use it. It looks good, and that is the traditional costume for weightlifting. Next question was how many sessions? We've kind of covered that, but how did I determine the sessions? Each of you submitted a starting weight for the snatch and clean and jerk. I've added these together to come up with a starting total. The total that you submitted will determine what session you are in. Of course, the first session will be the 15 kilo bar, and also session 2A will also be a 15 kilo bar. So we will have 3 sessions with the 15 kilo bar and 3 sessions with the 20 kilo bar. Your total determined what session you are in. I grouped everybody together so lifters with similar totals would be in the same session. Platform A will be the higher totals, the heavier totals, and session B will be the totals that are less. So that's how I made my determination on the sessions. This segment of the video is for the first-time lifters. We want to give you some instructions and guidance on the tournament flow and the rules and regulations that you will be required to follow during the tournament. The first thing you will do when you get to the tournament will be to check in with the registration table. They will give you a registration scorecard. You will take this scorecard with you to your weigh-in, and when you get your weight, that will be recorded on the scorecard. During that weigh-in, you will make a declaration of your starting snatch lift and your starting clean and jerk. Your scorecard will remain with the officiator at the weigh-in. All right, let's talk about what happens once the tournament begins. When your name is called and the weight you have requested is set on the bar, the announcer will say the bar is set, start the clock. At that time, you will have 1 minute to make your attempt. If you decide you want to change your starting attempt, you must do so before the clock winds down to 30 seconds. Once you make this declaration, the time will stop, the bar will be reloaded to your new attempt, and then whatever time is left on that clock, the clock will resume once the bar is set, and you will have that remaining time to complete your lift. On your second attempt, if you are following yourself, you will have 2 minutes to complete your second attempt. If you are not following yourself and you are following a different lifter, the 1 minute rule will remain. Again, you can change this attempt 2 times. You must make a declaration before 30 seconds remains on the clock to have those changes done, and you can do this twice for each attempt, and you will have 3 attempts in the snatch and 3 attempts in the clean and jerk. Okay, let's talk about the rules of the snatch lift, what you need to accomplish to have a successful lift and what can get you disqualified for that lift. The snatch lift is a lift where you must make one single continuous motion from the ground to an overhead locked out position. You may remain in the squatted position or the split position to recover, and once you have recovered, you will stand up to an upright position. Your arms and your knees must come to a lockout position. Your feet must come to a parallel plane. You must remain motionless with your feet and maintain control of the weight until the head official gives you the signal to set the weight down, or if you're on the lighting system, you will receive a green light when the judges have made their decision, and at that point when you get the green light, you may set the weight down. When executing this lift, the bar may brush and ride along the thighs. However, no part of your body can make contact with the platform other than your feet. So for example, if you make a snatch and go into the low squat position and your butt touches the platform, that will be cause for a disqualification. Or if you go forward and one of your knees or your knees touch the platform, that would also result in a disqualification. A couple other things that will disqualify you is if you drop the lift prior to receiving the go-ahead from the official or the green light to set the weight down. That will be cause for disqualification. And if you drop the weight prior to maintaining control until the bar reaches the chest level, meaning you must have both hands on the bar, maintain control of the weight until the bar reaches chest level, then you may drop the weight. If you do so above chest level and just let the weight go, you will be disqualified. If you step off the platform during the execution of the lift, that will also be cause for a disqualification. Now let's talk about the clean and jerk. This is a two-part lift. The clean is also going to be a motion from the platform to the racked position. You may also allow the bar to ride along the thighs during this movement. Once you are in the squat position or in the split position, you may take a moment to recover. Again, none of your body parts can touch the platform. Your butt or your knees cannot touch the platform. Only your feet during this execution of the lift. Once you recover, you will stand up with the lift while the weight is still in the racked position. The racked position is across the upper chest and shoulders. Once you are in the stand-up position, ready to perform the jerk, you must come to a motionless position, and then you can begin the jerk phase of the lift. The same rules apply to the lockout in the jerk as in the snatch. If you pause in a bent elbow position and then continue to a press out, that will disqualify you. If you do what's called the ratcheting effect, meaning you have one arm locked, one arm bent, you have that momentary pause and then press out with the other arm, that is cause for disqualification. Again, you must stay on the platform during this lift. If you go off the platform, that will disqualify you. If you drop the weight prior to the signal to do so, that will disqualify you. And if you do not maintain control of the weight with both hands on the bar till the bar reaches your chest level, you will be disqualified. I hope these are just some basic rules. These are not all of the rules. If you would like to review all of the rules before the competition, you can go to USA Weightlifting and click on rules, and that will send you to the link that has all of the official rules of the lift. Thanks for your patience and your support for this tournament. I look forward to it being very competitive, and I hope all of you have a great time. Thanks.